all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Hey guys, stock up on those vitamins because the weather is changing and a cold is doing the rounds. Good morning, you're listening to the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 12th of December. Just about 24 hours after the shock resignation of RBI Governor Urjit Patel, the government has appointed veteran bureaucrat Shaktikanta Das to helm the Reserve Bank of India. He will be the 25th head of the institution. A lot of you will already be familiar with Das from his role as Economic Affairs Secretary to the Government of India till May 2017. He was in office when demonetization was announced and defended the government's decision even when the RBI was silent at the time. You'll find more details about the appointment on the website. Das takes over just 2 days before the board of the RBI is scheduled to meet. Economic Affairs Secretary Subhash Chandra Garg has said that the meeting stands and there has been no change in the schedule so far. There had been some speculation that this would be postponed after Patel's resignation. On to the other big news update. In the hotly contested assembly elections, the results of which became known yesterday, the Congress has won a majority in 2 states, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. Madhya Pradesh remains a cliffhanger. As per the latest available information, the Congress had won 112 seats in Madhya Pradesh and was leading in another 2. The party has sought an appointment with the governor in a bid to form the government in the state. In a press conference last evening, Congress President Rahul Gandhi said there was growing discontent against the Bharatiya Janata Party and that its electoral slide in 3 important states was testament to that. Now, I'm sure that there are some people that are scratching their heads trying to figure out how the equity markets ended positive yesterday, especially after the shock resignation by the RBI governor and trends that showed that the BJP was losing the election battle in 2 key states. Buying by domestic mutual funds and insurance companies in key index heavyweights helped Indian benchmarks recover from the initial slide. The rupee, by the way, closed lower by about 0.7% at 71.87 against the US dollar, while the yield on the 10-year benchmark government bond ended about 6 basis points lower at 7.52%. The board of the Securities and Exchange Board of India will meet today to discuss a host of measures. These include expanding its offer for sale framework to more companies, relaxing its norms for clubbing of investment limits by established foreign investors, and tightening insider trading rules. In international news, China has moved to reduce tariffs on cars, something that US President Donald Trump had tweeted about after his truce meeting with China's Xi Jinping. Bloomberg News reported that a proposal to eliminate the 25% surcharge slapped onto US-made cars this year has been submitted to China's cabinet. The plan will be reviewed in coming days. Meanwhile, Huawei Technologies' chief financial officer Meng Wanzhou was granted bail by a Canadian court, allowing her to stay in Vancouver, in her home, as she awaits a possible extradition to the US over fraud charges. The British Columbia Supreme Court agreed to release Meng after 4 former colleagues and friends joined her husband in pledging a combined $10 million Canadian dollars in cash and home equity to support her bail request. Now, US stocks ended little changed after a volatile session as investors weighed the prospects for a trade deal and an agreement to fund the American government. The S&P 500 index started out strong, took a turn down and then recovered from the day's low as key Senate leaders signaled a desire to avoid a government shutdown hours after Donald Trump threatened to do so in a spat over funding for his border wall. With that, it's over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning, Darshan. How are we looking this morning?
Hi Alex, good morning everyone. The US markets ended muted, but Europe did manage to rally. The start to Asia has been strong, but the SGX Nifty is indicating a downtick. Crude has been rather strong this morning. It's up 1% in early morning trade gains for the second day. And the metals on LME ended positive. Most of the focus today will be on the banks, considering that the new RBI governor has been announced now. In other stocks to watch out for, Dr. Reddy's Lab will be in focus. Their request to start selling Suboxone has been rejected by the US court. The sales ban will continue to remain in force till the time, which will give Endeavour time to challenge the decision. And this decision time will be till December 20th. So till December 20th, 20th, Dr. Reddy's cannot sell Suboxone. Reliance Jio Infocom board approves transfer of fiber and tower undertaking into two separate companies. The company says that the schemes shall be subject to all approvals that are necessary. Brazil will consult WTO dispute settlement body to challenge Indian policy to support export of sugar. Zydus Wellness will be in focus. The CCI approves the acquisition of Heinz India jointly with Cadila Healthcare. Tata Sponge also will be in focus. The Competition Commission of India approves the acquisition of the steel division of Usha Martin by the company for 4,300 to 4,700 crores. Unichem Labs receives the tentative nod for Tadalafil tablets from the US FDA. And Persistent System had an analyst meet. What they said was they will focus in 4 areas in 3 sectors: AI, cloud security, and IoT in healthcare, BFSI, and industrial manufacturing. They will continue to invest to accelerate portfolio and concentrate on reseller and value-added business. Citi has initiated on Aavas Financials with a target price of 930. They believe growth will come in from existing locations as well as geographic expansion. The niche focus and priority sector lending compliant portfolio supports healthy spread according to Citi. And finally, Nomura has upgraded Sun Pharma to a buy from a neutral and hiked the target price to 516 from the earlier 513. They have said that the stock is pricing in a muted expectation from the US generic and specialty business. The risk reward is favorable and they have upgraded it to a buy on the recent correction. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab and you'll be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan, and thank you all for listening in. Do stay tuned over the course of the day for all the live market updates and all the other news in the world of politics and business. This is Alex Matthew signing off. Have a lovely day.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you can listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.